sometimes like us in years when we've been underseeded, like 2014 when we made it to the national championship game as a number 8 seed. Talent matters, there's no way around it. But the gold standard is to get your talented team to play with the desperation of one of those number 16 seeds. The players on your team must be closely connected to each other, which means they must have human qualities. They can't be robots. They have to see one another and truly care about the other person. Bettinger needs high achievers, young people just as brilliant as he was. But he understands that it's not enough. It's just one part of the equation. He is also deeply interested in how his people will work together on teams, whether they have the ability to empathize with each other and the customer. I don't pretend to know how to run other businesses, since I've been in my current one my whole adult life. But I do know that as basketball coaches, we are responsible for building and establishing success in fast-paced, high-pressure environments. We've got highly talented, ambitious individuals who have to give up a little of themselves for the greater good. More so than ever, what I do, working at speed to build closely collaborative teams, mirrors the challenge faced by leaders in the business world. There's a term used in the high-tech world these days to describe people who back in my childhood we probably called brainiacs. Or maybe if we were being unkind, nerds. They're now known as smart creatives, and they're much cooler now. They're running the world and inventing a lot of the stuff we carry around and depend on, like our smartphones and all the apps loaded onto them. Significantly, these people no longer work in isolation. The stereotype of the inventor alone in his lab, if it was ever true, no longer is. The smart creatives pull their intellectual capacity because it's understood that is the best way to create success. As commerce becomes increasingly global and complex, the bulk of modern work is more and more team-based, the best-selling business author Charles Duhigg wrote recently. He referenced a Harvard Business Review study that found that the time spent by managers and employees in collaborative activities has increased 50% or more in the last 2 decades. In many workplaces, high-level employees spend the majority of their days together on teams, which is why the fancy new corporate headquarters are designed with very small private offices, if they have them at all, and lots of common areas. The idea is to get people to come together and collaborate. The same article stated, within companies and conglomerates, as well as in government agencies and schools, teams are now the fundamental unit of organization. If a company wants to outstrip its competitors, it needs to influence not only how people work, but how they work together. In sports, we love to use military language. We go to war with each other and for each other. We have each other's backs. We look after our brothers. If someone gets hurt, it's next man up. We probably overuse these terms, to tell you the truth. But the reason we speak like that is that we understand the value of shared responsibility. We don't have to wait for quarterly reports, studies by consultants, focus groups of our own employees, management shakeups. We live it every day. Everyone in sports has experienced very directly the power of coming together and the consequences of coming apart. Basketball is unique among sports in that we ask our most gifted players, our own smart creatives, to do less than they're capable of. Take fewer shots, score fewer points, don't keep the basketball in your possession too long, even if you're the one most capable of making a play with it. We don't limit our players' creativity, put them in boxes, or, in business speak, wrap them in layers of management. They are their own managers while the game clock is running. I think that's one reason why basketball coaches are sometimes listened to on matters of leadership. The people we lead are empowered, a frequent goal in the corporate world. Basketball is a game of free will. Players, in the course of a game, make moment-to-moment choices and come together and share for the common good, or not. The guy with the greatest talent can assert it at a